A month after Ohio Governor Mike DeWine signed the state's heartbeat abortion bill into law, the ACLU is asking a federal court to throw it out.
The measure banning abortions in the state as early as 6 weeks into a pregnancy is set to take effect July 10th.
News 5's John Kosick joins us now. And John, the governor admits he expects the court will agree with the ACLU.
Yeah, Robin, so did former Governor John Kasich, and that's why he said he vetoed it twice. But Governor DeWine believes this is a case worthy of arguing to the Supreme Court. When Governor Mike DeWine signed the so-called heartbeat abortion bill into law last month, it was never a question of if, but when the federal court challenge would be filed by opponents. Today it was.
The bill makes it a felony for a physician to perform an abortion within 6 weeks of the last menstrual period. So at this stage, most folks have no idea and can't know that they're pregnant. And the legislative act would basically outlaw abortion in the state.
The motion was filed in a federal court in Cincinnati, but that was never the anticipated final destination.
Have a vehicle for the United States Supreme Court, so that should it be ready to do so, it could revisit some of its prior rulings.
Most notably, Roe v. Wade, the 1973 decision that legalized abortion across the country, a move that pro-life groups believe faces better odds with newly seated Justice Brett Kavanaugh on the bench. Ohio Right to Life saying in a statement they believe the heartbeat bill is the right vehicle for the Supreme Court to overturn Roe. Ohio, one of several states to pass heartbeat bills into law this year, with the Alabama legislature taking it even further this week, essentially banning abortions at every stage of the pregnancy. The ACLU believes the court will stand with its 46-year-old decision.
Regardless of the composition of the Supreme Court, the current or the composition in the recent past, the Supreme Court is going to follow what's been its clear precedent for many decades and uphold the fundamental right to abortion.
But with the retirement of Justice Kennedy, whose support of Roe was well documented, and the addition of Kavanaugh, who doesn't have that lengthy record on the matter, that is unknown. Remember, the Supreme Court ultimately decides what cases to hear and which ones to pass on, letting the lower court ruling stand. Live in the newsroom, John Kosick, News 5.